Okay, boys and girls, you are going to get a little shiny marble that has a flat side on it. And that is what we're going to be using to make our neurographical art. I'm going to demonstrate this with a pen just so it shows up a little bit better, but you are going to do this with a pencil. So what you're going to do is you're going to start by putting your little glass marble at the edge of your paper. Any side, doesn't matter. And what you're going to do is you are going to put your pencil right behind it, and you are going to draw a line and move your marble all the way to the other side. Then you're going to rotate your paper, put your marble on this side, and do the same thing. You're going to push it so that it goes another way across. Rotate your paper, put your marble at the bottom, and do it again. You will notice that these lines are starting to overlap and crisscross. That's what we want. And you will also notice that this marble is really hard to control. So this line is going to be very spontaneous as it goes, and you can't really do anything about it. I'm going to rotate my paper and go again. We want to do this a couple of times. And now I'm trying to steer it towards the corner, but as you can see, it's not going to be perfect. Okay, when you start on a new row, I'm just going to a place, like I wouldn't start here where I already have a line. I'm just going to scoot into a space that is white, and then I will go, oh, that way, oh. Okay, so we are making lots of organic lines that we would not have really been able to do without this little marble technique. Okay, now I want you to stop when you have anywhere from 4 to 5 lines on each side. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. I have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So I might do one more in this little spot. I think I'm going to call it a day. So again, I want you to stop when you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 or 5 lines on each side. Okay, and because you guys used a pencil to do this, I would like for you to trace over all of your pencil lines with a Sharpie. So whichever twist and turn or little bump you see, trace over that with your Sharpie. Okay, so once you are finished tracing over all of your pencil lines with your Sharpie, the next thing that we're going to do is add a lot of circles inside each one of these shapes. So where these lines have crossed over has created a lot of little organic shapes. So this are all different shapes. We call them organic shapes because they are free form. And so what we're going to do is inside of each one of these little spaces or shapes that we have created, we're going to draw some circle shapes, okay? Now, obviously, some of these spaces are a lot smaller than others. So in the bigger spaces, we can add bigger circles. And in the smaller spaces, we will add smaller circles. So I'm going to start right here. I am going to draw a circle, and notice how I'm drawing them really close together. They're touching. Okay, I know some of these kind of actually look like ovals, you know. Okay, in this big space, I'm going to do a big circle. And I'm going to do one little one in this space here. Okay, so once you have filled up your little shape with some circles, then you are going to take your Sharpie and any white space that is not the inside of a circle, you are going to color in completely with your black Sharpie. Okay, this is gonna have to, you're gonna have to go kind of slow. That way we fill in all of those little tiny spaces. Okay, and we'll call that one done. I'm gonna move on to my next shape, and again, add some circles. So I'm going to start with some smaller circles that can kind of fit into that pointy part of that shape. And then I'm going to have my circles obviously be touching. We want all of those to touch each other. And I'm progressively getting a little bit bigger and just making those round shapes fit into that larger shape. But all of these round shapes are touching the other round shapes, leaving only a little bit of space in between. Now, this part of the video is in real time, so you can see just how slowly I'm working. I'm not in a rush and just trying to really fill up that little organic shape with lots of these rounded shapes. And then, just like I did on my last one, I'm going to color inside with my Sharpie every space that is not one of those circle-y, oval-y shapes that I drew. In some places, if you just want to have one circle, like in this little shape right here, I'm just going to do one big circle-y shape. I know it's kind of oval-y. It's not even a circle. It's just a round shape. Okay, but if you want to just have that round shape in there, I am just going to color in the space that is not that circle. And that way I can just have maybe just one big one. So like I'll show you one more time on this little guy. Okay, so it's less of a circle and more of just a round shape, but I am going to make it go into this whole little shape and then just color inside the parts that are not that circle that I just drew or that round shape that's not really a circle. Okay. Now I'm going to continue and fill up my whole paper. So I did choose to speed up the rest of this video just so you could see kind of how I was working. But in real time, I was working very slow and taking my time. This took me quite a while to finish. But I want you to notice and see just about the variety of the sizes of these rounded shapes. Some of them are small and some of them are a little bit bigger than the other ones. So make sure you include some variety as you are working.